And we are back with Grant Morrison and Frank Quietly. They are bringing you Batman and Robin #1. And here we are, after all this stuff, here we go. Batman, well, let's see. Dick Grayson dressed as Batman, and Damian dressed as Robin take down a kind of guys escaping from a drug deal. By the way, the lead criminal here in the beginning is a guy named Mr. Toad, who goes into that classic grouping of Batman villains who name themselves after children's characters from novels that are public domain. And he even dresses like Mr. Toad. Let's see. Anyway, he is not been paid in money for the drug deal. It's dominoes. And it leads to some kind of mystery as far as what the hell that's about. But he was working for a man who calls himself Pig, P-Y-G, and he is the leader of the Circus of Strange. These guys are rather creepy. The henchmen have melted faces to make themselves look like dolls, and they're even dressed in dresses and Mary Jane shoes and little doily socks. Pig has a pig mask and a butcher apron. I really enjoy how Grant Morrison thinks. These are the villains for this upcoming story. We're just jumping right into Dick Grayson's new world as Batman. And let's see, the art, of course, I mean, do I really need to really get into it? I mean, it's unpackable. I mean, the Quietly is just a master. Let's see, Dick Grayson moves out of Wayne Manor and moves into Bruce Wayne's swinging 70s penthouse, complete with the cave in the bottom. Nice little layout on how it looks and it's supposed to work. Also, another touch is the addition of the Christopher Nolan glider capes. They finally make it into the comics after, geez, like a few years. Usually stuff like gets right away put into the comics after the movie comes out. Let's see. But anyway, I'm not too sure what Pig is up to with his Circus of Strange, but he looks like an intriguing villain. It's really well paced, very well written dialogue. I can't complain about this with the exception of Bruce Wayne's absence. I'm sorry, I know it's going to be 2 years, but I feel like it's still going to be a long 2 years. I don't even care how good the stories are. It's well done. He did a good job. Good going, guys. Batman and Robin gets 5 RAM chips. And I'll try to make this quick. Battle for the Cowl, Gotham Gazette, Batman Alive is pretty good, much better than Batman Dead. The first time I've ever seen Vicky Vale written well. I don't know, I've just never really cared for the character, but I do kind of like her here. 4 RAM chips. Oracle, #2, The Cure. Written by Kevin Vanderhook. And it's kind of a Matrix-y kind of story. It's actually well done for that, but I don't know. It's just not really my cup of tea. I like it a little less than the first issue, so I'm really excited for the last issue. And let me just say something about the cover. People have been talking about the cover here. Now, issue 1 had a really kind of chesty shot of Barbara Gordon. And this one takes it a little too far, maybe. I don't know. Well, actually, no. I mean, Mike Deodato draws like women with, size E breasts on his covers with their nipples barely covered up. So, maybe it's not that bad. But hey, I have a proposition. I have a proposal. Excuse me. I have a proposal for next issue. Maybe just a huge, giant close-up of her areola. Just right here, just whole cover. Or maybe just use it as the O in Oracle. How about that? I think that would be tasteful, right? Anyway, I give this one 3 RAM chips. Wonder Woman 32 by Gail Simone. And let's see, Lopresky is doing the art. Aaron Lopresky. This was badass. This was a fight all the way through between Wonder Woman and Genocide. I mean, look, fight, 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 fight. Add, fight, fight. And Genocide's really interesting. I mentioned before that she is made up of dirt from sites of genocides and Wonder Woman's own dead body from the future. She isn't just like Doomsday where she just smashes and kills. She actually really wants to really dig into who you are and rip you apart inside. And she does that here. I mean, she does not play fair with Wonder Woman and her boyfriend Tom, because she has him right here, and she tells Wonder Woman, I'll let him go if you tell him the truth that you don't love him. Man, that is fucking awful. It's really well done. And then that really doesn't really make Wonder Woman very happy, so the fight gets even more brutal from there. Including the scene where she takes back her lasso, where she rips it out of her back. I mean, this is great stuff. I don't know why you're not... If you're not reading Wonder Woman, you're making a mistake, especially during this story. Oh, by the way, meanwhile, while all this is going on, Ares and Zeus are plotting a huge war for taking over a religion that nobody really worships anymore, but, you know, hey, you know, it's big, it's important to them. This is 5 RAM chips, and great stuff. Madame Xanadu, speaking of great stuff, Amy Reeder Hadley, the artist, is taking a 5-issue break where Michael Kaluta is taking over for the time being. Matt Wagner is still writing, and it's Exodus Noir. And this is terrific because after the fantasy origin story, we're getting into what I think Matt Wagner is intending to have for this series. It's a murder mystery, 1940, and the art is just beautiful. I think he reminds me of Michael Zulu from the Sandman story, The Wake. And there's a little coloring that reminds me of Guy Davis. And speaking of which, I think Wesley Dodds from the Sandman makes a cameo, and I think he's going to be an important player in the story. Meanwhile, this case is kind of reminding her of a period in her life during the Spanish Inquisition, which they don't really... The flashbacks, I think, going to continue through the story, but I don't think it's going to end well. Let's just say that. But, wow, what a terrific book. This is 5 RAM chips. This is probably my favorite Vertigo book. And, yeah, we're just not going to do all these issues very quickly. All Hail Megatron is the best Transformers book ever. I love it. This is an issue away from the ending, and oh my god, I mean, this is enough action for like a slam bam climax. Megatron finally convinces Starscream to take his side, and some of the best dialogue right here between these 2 characters is in this issue. And one of the things I've always liked about Transformers is the character stuff between Starscream and Megatron, and it is really well written here. It's very tight. The Autobots come in for the attack, and the humans are still getting ready, and there is an incredible twist at the end. Love this. 5 RAM chips. Meanwhile, over in Dark Avengers, written by Brian Michael Bendis, the bulk of the story is a terrific interview with Norman Osborn responding to Clint's attack on the air, telling everyone, this guy's the Green Goblin, these guys are evil, why are you following these people? Really great written stuff here. I do wonder, God, I'd love to see William Dafoe do this kind of scene with the Green Goblin character. I think he'd love it. Meanwhile, we got an attack. Atlantis is attacking again, apparently, in Los Angeles. But, God, there's some really interesting stuff here between Bullseye, the Sentry, and Moonstone, who is disguised as Miss Marvel sleeps with Marvel Boy. Something that made me laugh is, during the scene, she has a picture of herself over her bed. That was I like that. That's like, yeah, I'm really hot. I need a picture of myself over my bed. This is terrific stuff. I give this 5 RAM chips. And over in the regular new Avengers, they're still trying to figure out who Doctor Strange's replacement will be. They fight the Hood, and Spider-Man is less obnoxious in this one. You know, I really do think that maybe Brian Michael Bendis should have wrote the regular Spider-Man books. Just, I don't know. That's what I think. Really good action here, and let's see. I've never really enjoyed Son of Satan until this issue, so good work. 4 RAM chips, and until then, push the button, Lindsay.